This tutorial illustrates the concept of a symbol annotation. If we go up and we ask to see symbols, we get a number of symbols depending upon the font. We have wingdings and webdings and symbol font and so on. Supposing we want to choose an arrow of some sort. Let's try eeny meeny, let's try this one here for the heck of it. So we get a symbol on the workspace that we can use as an annotation, and we can move this around and put it where we like. Let's see, I think in actual fact it would be worthwhile to show you that I delete that I probably want a symbol pointing the other way. I want one like this instead, and I'm going to put that pointing to there. Now this symbol is really just a piece of text. It's exactly the same as a text, and if we have it selected, we can go up and we can edit that text. We see that it's just a strange symbol with a particular font. So it's really nothing other than text, but it's one character of a particular text in a symbol type font. But other than that, you can change its color and so on, and exactly as you would the font size and so on. It's just a character like any other character, and so you can edit it the way you edit text, and you can move this around and select it and so on and so forth. It's just a piece of text. In the same way that we can put another piece of text down here, call this methyl group, and let's see, we don't want wingdings. If it's methyl group, we want say Arial, and we want point size of, I don't know, 16. We'll see how that works. We can edit this anytime we like. Move this into place here somehow or other, and something like that, and you have an annotation. These are both text. This is a symbol, which is a one character piece of text, and this is a generic piece of text, but they are both, once we've formed the symbol, it behaves exactly like a text annotation.